everyone, happy Friday. I am gonna demonstrate a couple of new signs that we have here in store. We're coming up with some new signature signs, and since it's Friday, we're gonna come up with the what the fork. Why not, right? So some new designs you have to look forward to online. This is not online yet. This is our classic signature sign. This is one of the very first workshops that we ever did. Lisa's behind me, so if I'm staring over there, it's because Lisa's there. Our signature signs are a 16-inch sign. We're gonna do some tips and tricks for you. So I've got the stencil, or vinyl stencils are a one-time use only. It is black color, the adhesives on the back. I've got my 1-inch brush. These are amazing for stenciling. And then I have ash is the color from Fusion Mineral Paint that I'm gonna be demonstrating with. And so our stencils are the exact same size as the sign. The white on this is the backing of the vinyl, but the stencil itself is the same. So I'm just gonna peel this off. And I'm peeling that off. The sticky adhesive, again, is on the back side. I'm gonna leave that face up. I prefer to put the wood down on the stencil, and I usually always stand when I'm doing this. It gives me more versatility. So the stencil, now this is base coated with casement. I've done, well, Lisa actually painted it. 2 coats, it is sanded. So we always take our 400 grit sandpaper, sand it super smooth, and that helps to prevent any paint bleed from brush strokes that might be on there. So I'm literally just gonna place this on the sign, and then I'm gonna gently rub this on. And then this top transfer tape, again, is just there to help us apply. So we're gonna take that off to expose where we need to paint. And there you go. So take your brush, and if you have small containers of paint, you can dip your brush right into the paint. And now we do a dry brush technique, so you're gonna have hardly any paint on that brush at all. That's sometimes where you can go wrong, is where you wanna over apply the paint, and then the paint's gonna wanna go somewhere, and it usually seeps right underneath the stencil. So I'm just gonna dry brush this on, and I'm gonna try to see, I hope you can see this, where there's hardly any paint on my brush, and I'm just doing one light coat. And I am going to put pressure on the paintbrush just to make sure I get all of that paint out of the brush before I reapply. And so that first coat is not heavy at all. I'm gonna just leave it like that. You're gonna notice that there are some streak marks, and that's totally okay. We're going to just wait a couple minutes for that to dry. So while this is drying, I'm gonna show you another project that we have. And we're in the warehouse, that's why I have my jacket on. It is a little bit cold in here today. If you've seen our round trays, these round trays, thanks to a customer of ours, we had this great idea of creating these inserts that were seasonal so that you can decorate for the seasons. And we also have some neutral designs as well. So this is a beautiful design that Ethan, our graphic designer, he designed this. So depending on your style, you might prefer something like this instead. Our stencils, again, it's the exact same process. We actually base coated the back here. And this is our Homeworks Etc. acrylic paint. This is linen, so it's a beautiful, really light khaki color. And our stencils, again, this is a round, exact same size as the wood. So it is easy to apply, easy to stencil, exactly the same process. Oh, and Lisa is showing me. Should we grab the other ones too? Oh my goodness. A nautical theme. And again, this would be great for an everyday. We have for Canada Day. Look at us, these are not online yet, but every month we're gonna have a new design. Oh, and for our American customers, a little patriotic. Oh, and for those with little kiddos, we've got an Easter one too. So we had our Dear Santa at Christmas. That's kind of what sparked this whole thing. And now we have Easter. So exact same process, stencil with the paint. You can see that this here is already dried to the touch, so it's not coming off on my finger. That's how I know that it's okay to add a second coat. I'm just, again, a dry brush a little bit more, and the second coat is gonna go on a lot heavier, meaning you're gonna see a more solid look. I'm not adding any more paint to it. But you can see the difference where the lettering is more solid as compared to the fork design. And so I feel like we're getting a little bit more crass with our quotes. If you saw our doormat workshop on Instagram stories, just some fun designs that customers are choosing. And again, you can customize those the way you like it. So that right there, you can see the second coat goes on more solid. It is a little bit more opaque coming through here, so I'm gonna add a third coat there. So again, just let that dry. And when some of the bristles do come out of the brush, you can just pick them right off of the sign. If you have any questions at all about our stencil process, feel free to post those below. All of our stencils we're able to customize in-house, and so that's how we can do customization for you. So your requests, you can just send it by email. A lot of times on the link to the product listing, you can add the customization there too. So one of the important things is making sure that it's completely dry. We were talking this morning actually about different colors that have different bases, reds, any bright blues. Those colors seem to have a clear base, and so it does take the paint a little bit longer to dry. And you'll find the more you play with the paint, the more the paint's gonna actually wanna remove off of the base, especially if you're base coating anything with whites. So again, do make sure that you do wait long enough for your paint to dry. And that helps just to get a better application as well. I lost my train of thought. Totally lost my train of thought. Anyways, it is.
Read the sign.
What the fork? Oh boy, it is Friday. Okay, so I'm gonna add. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna add a third coat just on the fork design. There you have it. So we're just gonna wait for that to dry. And again, if you've used our stencils, I would love to get your feedback on what you think it's like. I know our vinyl is usually pretty easy to apply. Now this is not completely dry yet. I don't recommend taking stencils off when the paint's not completely dry, but this design, I know that there's no picking. So what I mean by picking, oh, somebody's writing, oh, it looks backwards. Yes, unfortunately the video does that backwards. I don't know how to get the image to look like it's the mirrored way. Actually, nope. I'll have to take a picture and post it below. So different designs do weed differently, and we have picking tools that you can use.
I have one right there for you.
Oh, amazing. Sometimes in our kits we add toothpicks, and so that helps just to pick the designs. This one is fairly easy, and so I'm just gonna take our weeding tool. We have a kit here that has 3 different tools in it. This is by far my favorite. So it does kind of look like a dentist tool. And I'm just using it just to pick the centers out. And again, this is a really easy design. And I apologize that you see this backwards. So super easy, quick. You can see the lines are really, really crisp. And there's no excess paint. You hardly need any paint at all. So I hope,
A new frame.
oh yes. Okay, so a new prototype that we've been working on, we do do all of our manufacturing in-house as well. We are adding this online. It's our new frame that you can add to your signature signs. So Lisa painted it black, and you can see it just, you pop in your signature sign, and voila, you have a frame. Super easy to do, really easy to assemble. You can glue this together and then it's ready to hang. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Post your comments below. We will put the link of the photo of the finished product, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.